What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again, coming at you with a brand new video for Summoner's War. Today, we just got the new update, patch 4.2.0, and it's time to take a look at the Cannon Girl and the Sniper MK. Now, if you guys haven't seen already, not only do we have the update for the regards to the skills, it's already in the game, so if you want to go ahead and get into the summons, you can. You'll probably notice that there's a current event going on in order for you to get a random attribute, a Sniper MK, after you get, I think, 5 lightning here. So, again, hopefully you have some scrolls saved up. If not, after you get all your arena towers upgraded and whatnot, check out the guild shop, check out the arena shop, take those extra scrolls and see if you guys can get lucky, okay? Now, Sniper MK, let's go ahead and take a look at it here, and if you guys could do me a favor, pay attention to what I'm saying right now, okay? This is serious. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Tell me which one do you feel is going to be the one to watch. Which one is the one that you guys are pretty hyped up about pulling here, okay? So, first skill, and we're only going to read this one time for all of them because they're obviously all going to be the same. For the Sniper MK, accurate fire, attacks the enemy to inflict damage that ignores all damage reduction effects. So this is kind of interesting. With regards to this skill, it sounds to me like it's a pretty good skill, but when I think about damage reduction, I think about Jingze, I think about the Dark Lich, right? But then again, considering like how the wind twins work, right? I think it's what the wind movement word that they have the damage reduction, like they can go through like a Chloe shield. That's going to be pretty interesting. If you can blow through anything that prevents damage, right, invulnerability or something like that, that sounds pretty strong. I mean, considering it is the first skill, right? First skill. Now, this next one here, hidden aim, strikes a hidden aim pose and increases the chances of receiving a glancing hit by 50% and the damage dealing to an enemy by 200% if you're attacked while in this pose. So my question is, do you put this pose on and then the turn is over and then it's just, you gotta wait for your next turn? Similar to something like Skogel when he casts a skill, throws up the ball, or throws up the cannonball, you guys know what I'm talking about. And then he has to wait, one turn before it kicks into play. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Or is it something that's like a unicorn form where you use this pose and then you get a chance to attack here. So I don't really know. I don't really know how it works there. That's going to be interesting to see here. The passive though decreases a random target's defense for 1 turn and the start of each turn. So this kind of reminds me of Celia. Celia has that passive that provides a random sleep if at all possible, right? So random target defense for 1 turn. It is only 1 turn, so it's definitely not going to be OP. And obviously, given the fact that it is random, if somebody already has immunity, you're not going to be able to take advantage of it. But either way, extra defense breaks are good, right? We cannot get that mad about that. So not too bad for the fire one. Overall, okay. Okay, so next one here, again, we already know about the accurate fire, the damage reduction effects, ignoring it. The second skill, though, attacks the enemy, removes all beneficial effects random on the target with a 70% chance. I'm hoping that skills up, right? I hope that goes up to like an 85 or 100. And then the damage increases according to the number of beneficial effects removed. So some of the super meta units out there that have the double effects here, the Wusas, the Betas, what do we got here? I mean, it doesn't matter if it's single or double effects, but anybody that's providing a ton of beneficial effects here, Bastet, Wusa, Chilling, Delphoid, Veladril, all those guys, you're going to be able to take advantage of this. If you don't get the first turn, they'll lock and load with their beneficial effects. You'll be able to strip it and do some additional damage here. So the third skill aims at the enemy's head and inflicts damage that ignores target defense. Okay, a straight ignore defense skill. I'm excited about it because this is a really unique guy, right? He has his own single target strip, right? And then does damage based on the amount of beneficial effects. So either way, the third skill is going to be really, really nice here. Again, I'm feeling like, man, I don't even, this is going to be fun because, this is not going to be limited to Guild War and Siege. I feel like some people are going to have some fun with RTA. Now, you guys have seen a lot of changes in the meta when it comes to RTA, and one of the things out there that people play around with is, one of those first turn kind of burst damage, try to take it out, unit out real quick, try to go 3v4 right off the gate. So maybe somebody will play around with this, given the fact of what he actually has in his kit. I mean, to me, this kit is worthy of messing around in RTA for sure, right? The wind one here, okay, accurate fire we already know about. Hidden aim, similar to the fire one here, so we don't need to go over that again. And the passive increases the attack bar by 30% when an enemy's attack lands as a glancing hit. So this is interesting because if you guys haven't read already, these are all attack based units here. So, this is This is a neat mechanic considering the hidden aim and how that works. However, is this somebody that you're? I mean, it's an attack-based unit, right? You're not going to be building a hybrid, are you? Or are you going to take that? Are you going to take that opportunity, given how that hidden aim mechanic works? Dealing the damage to the enemy by 200%. That's a good chunk of damage, right? So for the fire one and the wind one, is there an argument for considering going a little bit more hybrid if that's the case here, at least for the wind one, because the wind one has a pretty unique thing that says, okay, well, I'm going to increase the attack bar, but I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Now, I'm gonna have to let you guys in the comment section let me know what you're thinking about that. That one's a pretty curious one here. So far out of the regular elements, the ones to watch to me is the water one. That's the one that people are going to go for. I think that's the one that people are going to be hyped about now. When it comes to LD ones, shouts out to any of you guys that actually saved all these scrolls that are trying to get this one here. Second skill is similar to the water one, has a strip that does damage based on the number of beneficial effects removed. And then the passive here increases the attack bar whenever enemy gains a beneficial effect. That is OP AF, right? I got to keep this PG-13. You guys know what I'm talking about here. OP all day, man. Are you kidding me right now? Like, every single attack bar, or sorry, every single beneficial effect put on is going to be crazy. What if somebody's bringing in like an Amelia, like a passive immunity, right? Or just whatever, like a Bastet chilling and whatnot, and they buff up their whole team. Is that a full attack bar? That makes it sound like it, right? That's pretty legit. That's pretty legit. I tell you what, man. For those of you guys that are lucky enough to get this one, I'm gonna say congratulations right now, because that one. That's one of those where I'm like, I don't think it's ever going to get past the pick and ban phase if you play it. But obviously, Guild Wars or Siege, it doesn't really matter because you get to choose what you use, right? So that's gonna be super fun. Like, that's gonna be a fun video if one of our subscribers actually has this one here. If you pull it, send me an email, okay? I'm gonna test that thing out, right? Next one here, the Dark Sniper MK. Now, again, same thing as the other ones here. Well, not all of them, obviously, but the wind one here, and the fire one with the strike, the hidden aim pose, and then the passive on this one here, it maintains the hidden aim pose when you defeat the enemy while in the pose here. Okay, so this gives you more opportunities to glance, more opportunities to do more damage. Again, I'm really curious to see how this mechanic works. It seems like the wording is a little bit off here, but we'll have to see how that goes here. So again, out of the LDs, my favorite one is the light one, and then out of the regular ones, the ones to watch here is going to be the water one. I'm pretty excited about that. And so I did take a look at the skills on the side as well. I think it's the fire one and the wind one provide, I think it's critical rate, or no, I think basically between both of them, they're either speed or critical rate with the bonus here. So the good thing about it is it's not like some bonus for the awakening that's like super not even worth it. So all these going to be, there's going to be value, obviously, when they get them awakened here. And with the ones that are have the additional critical rate, it's just going to be easier for you to build if you're lacking on those stats here. So, okay. Cannon Girl, let's take a look at her. All right, Fire 1. Let's see what we got here. So, attacks the enemy 3 times. Each attack has a 30% chance to decrease the enemy's attack bar by 30%. That's a pretty strong skill for the first skill. I mean, it's a turn-based game, right? Any opportunity to control the opponent that you're attacking is going to be really, really nice here, okay? Multiple launch. Attacks randomly enemies 8 times. Each attack has a 50% chance to decrease the defense for 2 turns. Not 1, but 2. So, I'm a big fan of this right now. Everything is looking pretty good. It's just solid unit overall. Let's see what the third skill does. Attacks the enemy with a cannon gun, destroys the target's max HP by 50% of the inflicted damage. Wow. And afterwards inflicts the damage on all enemies and blocks beneficial effects for 1 turn with 50% chance. Wow. That is pretty strong. I can see that getting played around with. That's gonna be a PvP queen right there, right? That's gonna be super fun. I mean, target's max HP. Think about some of the just random compositions, some of the toxic ones that you have to deal with that are just super annoying. And so being able to reduce the do that, destroys the target's max HP by 50%. That's going to be pretty strong. I'm really excited to see how this one works out here. Let's see. The first, so in correction here on all these Cannon Girls, they awaken into their skill from what I gathered here. So the first 2, of course, are going to be 4-star, and then the third one here, the wind one, is going to be 5-star. Now, let's see here. The first skill, obviously the same for the water one. Multiple launch, same thing as well as the fire one, and then the fatal extinctive bullet. Attacks the enemy with a cannon gun and removes all beneficial effects granted on the target. Afterwards, inflicts damage on all enemies and decreases their attack bar by 50%. So, This one is going to be pretty fun because you have two types of different attack bar reduction, and in addition to that, you have obviously an AoE defense breaker, but again, it is random. It is random here. So this is pretty interesting. Now, one thing to kind of think about here, even though the third skill doesn't have multi-hits, the fact that these first two have a good amount of multi-hits on the obviously the first and second skill respectively, you could make an argument for this for Necropolis B10 because this is something that you can take advantage of, right? Multi-hits is Bay, right? But however, obviously, if you are fortunate enough to already have the twins, I mean, I'm still gonna opt for the twins because the twins are units that you can use in even more aspects of the game, not just strictly PvE. So if you don't have them, yeah, go ahead and play around with them here. Now, the win one, let's see here. Focus 5 shots. Attacks the enemy 5 times. Each attack has a 50% chance to inflict continuous damage for 1 turn. Okay. This will be pretty interesting. When I think about that many opportunities to inflict continuous damage, I think about, oh my god, Orochi with his third skill. That's funny. Let's see. The passive, though, increases the damage dealt to the enemy on the next turn by 50% each time you're attacked. It accumulates up to 5 times and resets whenever your turn ends. Okay. So, I mean, they're kind of setting her up to take a couple of hits here. So, given the fact that these are attack-based units, you could make an argument to build this one in a different fashion. I personally feel like people are going to go hybrid with this one, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes down. The last skill here that we get attacks all enemies with a cannon gun and damage increases in proportion to the number of allies alive. So an attack power of all allies. Wow, 2 different mechanics here, and this is kind of like a reverse Leica, right? Because the damage increases proportion to the number of allies that are dead on Leica, but this one here at the start of the match, and if they have like a buff per se, or no, if they have a lot of units with high attack power, a lot of damage dealers, this one here is going to be putting out some numbers. So again, this skill right here, plus that passive, really makes a strong argument for going hybrid on this one. Let me know again which one out of these you guys feel are going to be the one to watch here. Obviously, honestly, I feel like they're all pretty decent. I'm kind of leaning towards the. I mean, it's kind of hard to this one because this one, 2 or 4 star, 2 or 5 star. Obviously, the 5 star here is a pretty strong one. But out of the fire and the water one, I think I like the. I think I like that water one the best as well. Again, I'm a big fan of units that can strip. I feel like with regards to some of the changes that were made in the meta, with Molong, Ganymede, and whatnot here, beneficial effects are just going to be super strong, and so any opportunity to have like any kind of stripping in your composition is going to be really nice here. So let's take a look at the light one. Attacks the enemy 3 times, and okay, yeah, forget that. We already know that one. Yeah, first and second skill are similar to the fire and water one respectively. The third skill, though, attacks the enemy with a cannon gun and decreases the attack power to 0. Afterwards, inflicts damage on all enemies and stuns them for 1 turn with the 30% chance here. So this is actually pretty nice. This is so. I mean, obviously, this is like super. Don't ask me why my head got in play, but I'm like, if somebody gets this one right, the first thing I thought of was like super speedy RTA, like cleave or something like that. Reduce the attack bar. Control a unit, try to stun the other opponents, and have some fun with it. But maybe people don't care about that. Maybe they're going to be thinking like I'm just looking to go all damage or strictly CC. I don't know. But I would be pretty excited to mess around with the first turn team there in PvP if I could, for sure. Okay, let's take a look here. Dark one, again, the focus 5 such similar to the wind one as well. But the passive here, one more time, if an enemy is defeated with a skill, you will attack another enemy once again. Again, now here's the question. Another enemy, obviously it's going to be another one. It's random, I'm guessing, with the same skill, which is going to be nice because if you take them down with the focus 5 shots, kill somebody, you'll be able to do that one yet again. That's going to be a lot of continuous damage. However, I guess it all depends if the guy has immunity or not. That'll be interesting here. But if not, at least you will have the opportunity to reduce the attack bar from the first skill if on a different enemy. Again, if they don't have any kind of immunity or anything to control that here. So, burst cannon attacks the enemy with a cannon gun and destroys the target's max HP by 100%. Oh my god, 100% of the inflicted damage. So, if you set up this unit to do 20k damage against a bruiser, you will, let's say a bruiser like a 40k bruiser, right? 100% of the inflicted damage, that's 50% max HP. However, if it's Now here's the question: if it's like an attacker and they don't have that last, like, will that, like, if they have 25k HP, will you basically take away 70% of their max HP, or is there like a hard limit, right? When you think about destroy runes, right? There's that hard limit, I believe, at that 40% mark, right? Where you just can't go any lower. So this is interesting. Does this surpass that? Man, I'm pretty excited to check these guys out here. I'll tell you what. Really, really cool. Now, if you guys didn't get a chance to check this out as well, the arena, the guild battle, siege battle improvements, now you're going to be able to test your units. That's going to be really nice. This is something that I think the community's been asking for quite some time. And in addition to that, this is something that we've kind of seen in a couple of the games that have come out in last year. So I'm really, really excited to see them do it. Again, this is just going to help out the theory crafting ability, testing them out, and just basically be able to have more fun experimenting and trying out different strategies. So I'm pretty excited about that now. Tartarus has a couple of different modifications of the points here. So this is going to, it looks like, yeah, it's going to be going up a little bit here. It's going to be increases by 1.5 times to 2 times compared to the SSS grade. Okay, so I'm pretty down with that. Some other changes, bug fixes, nothing that is too crazy here. A couple of skill descriptions have been changed on the Rift Beast if you guys want to check it out. But again, I'm not going to waste any additional time, and I'm just trying to get through this video so that I can prepare myself for Thursday's stream. I'm going to be saving up some scrolls. I'm going to get some of the guild shop, the sea shop scrolls, and definitely check this one out. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, pretty excited about this update overall and the new units. Let me know, again, what you guys are thinking in the comment section down below. Which one do you feel is the one to watch? And in addition to that, how are you going to incorporate some of these units in certain compositions that you currently have, or some of the things that you see currently in the meta, okay? That's going to be it, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's your boy Childish, your Childish Plays, checking out. Take care, and we will see you all in the next one. I'm out.